the playoff race in the West is definitely, Vegas is clinging on the edge right now. Them and Dallas, although Dallas has still got all these games in hand. Now I wonder, they're going to have to compress that in a significant period of time. Clearly, right? So will Dallas lose some of that advantage because they're playing so many games in a short period of time here?
Yeah, I was gonna say Dallas really hasn't. They've done Vegas some favors. They haven't closed the door. Like they've had an opportunity here with a number of games to pull away or pull ahead by a significant margin. They haven't done it. So they're kind of scratching and clawing to get in that final spot. As it's one of the best quotes of the year, by the way. Daryl Sutter saying, "Whoever plays Colorado is a waste of 8 days." You know, it. I would love to see. Not that of course, Dallas fine. They've been in that driver's seat, but I would love to see Vegas get hot because I think if they get everyone on the ice for a playoff matchup, they're one team that if they were to get Colorado, they could make it really interesting, I think.
Well, plus then, Frank, if they got all the players on the ice, people would be screaming bloody murder about LTIR. So it would
That's
be,
which is why we're here.
yeah, it would be a big story. Now, speaking of the Avs, you saw them in Minnesota, and Nathan McKinnon goes after Matt Dumba. All like right now, man, like Colorado, we've seen that. They seem to want to be more of a stand up for one another team. Right, we've seen that twice from McKinnon here recently. Minnesota's a big physical team. Nashville, a big physical team. Like the Central might be the most physical division in hockey right now amongst those top four teams, those top three teams for sure. And then the Blues play a big, heavy game as well.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why we did this roundtable on dailyfaceoff.com on Friday where we all submit our cup final matchup. It'd be easy to take the Colorado Avalanche because I'm just not a big fan of picking the chalk. It'd be easy to say that team, of course, is going to make it to the cup final. If there is one team aside from Calgary that has a real chance to knock off Colorado, I believe it's Minnesota for that physical nature of their game. They are big, they're mean, they're hard to play against. And when they play to that identity that made them successful through the first 50 games of the season, I think they're as good as anyone in the West.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching them lately. Bill Guerin, I think he pushed his chips all in, knowing the cap hell they're going to be in over the next 3 seasons. And Nashville, Tanner Jeannot, guest friend of the show, became a proud father for the first time. Then he had the Gordie Howe hat trick yesterday, including the game winner. Like the Preds, the race for there we talked about in the Atlantic, Frank. But you look at St. Louis, Nashville, and Minnesota. It's basically identical to see who's going to finish second and third, and then in the wild card spot. And for them, who's ever the wild card spot there most likely is going to face Calgary. So that's not an easy test.
By the way, you saw the Jeannot fight? So
oh yeah,
it's one of my favorite, little nuggets. Is I've mentioned the other day on our show that Hayden Hodgson is a guy that signed with the Flyers. He was playing in their AHL affiliate without an NHL contract, spent the last 5 seasons in the ECHL. A couple of teams had mentioned to me that they thought that Hayden Hodgson is an exact clone of Tanner Jeannot, and that's why a number of teams were interested in trying to sign him. He gets to the NHL last week, plays his first game in St. Louis, has a goal and an assist in his first NHL game. And then who does he fight on Sunday? The guy that he's been compared to, which, I love. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it's a good comparison right now because Tanner Jeannot's living his best life right now. Everything is turning up positive for him.
But that's what everyone has looked at, Jay. Everyone has been going through saying, where can I find the next Tanner Jeannot?
Yeah, wow. I think that's a lot hard. You want to find them, I get it, but they're rare. I think I would say they are definitely rare.